Hello, beautiful people. For today's class, we will be using 2 blocks. So have those beside you. If you do not have blocks, you can use a rolled up blanket. And if you do wish to purchase blocks, click on the link in the description after the video. Let's start off laying down on your back. We're going to do some slow diaphragmatic breathing. Feel your belly rise and fall. Rise and fall. Slowly sending the air into our lungs. And as you exhale, release all that stagnant air from your lungs. Bend and lift your right leg slowly, bringing your right knee close to your chest. Here for a few breaths. Place your hand on your knee or thigh and push your knee into your hand as you push your hand against your knee or thigh, creating resistance. Breathe. Extend your leg back onto the mat to meet your left leg. Lift your left leg slowly, bringing your knee close to your chest. Here for a few breaths. Now push your knee into your hand as you push your hand against your knee, creating resistance. Here for a few breaths. Place both soles of your feet onto the mat. Adjust your hips accordingly for comfort. Now we're going to use either the rolled up blanket or the block. Lift your hips and slide the block horizontally on its medium setting or flat, whatever your comfort level is, under your sacrum. Breathe into this position. Now push into your legs and send your hips towards the ceiling. Breathe. Bring your hips back on the block again and relax. Breathe into this position, sending that air into your lungs. Feel your belly rise and fall. Send your hips towards the ceiling again and breathe. We're going to do this a few more times with every inhale and exhale. So inhale, send your hips up to the sky. Exhale, bring it back to the block. Relax. Inhale, send it back to the sky. And exhale, relax onto the block. Inhale again and exhale at your own pace. We're going to do this a few more times. As you inhale one last time and move your hips up, remove the block or blanket from underneath you and rest your hips on the mat. Get on your hands and knees and into child's pose. And send your hips back into downward dog. Breathe into the stretch. Look towards the top of the mat. Step your right foot in between your palms. Reach your left hand into the sky in a side stretch. Look up at your hand and breathe. Now square your hips towards the front of the mat, lifting your chest up as you reach both your hands to the sky and into Warrior One. Palms together or apart with a slight back bend. Then a side bend. Breathe into these stretches. Palms to the mat. Send your hips back into downward dog. Breathe into the stretch. Look towards the top of your mat. Step your left foot in between your palms. Reach your right hand into the sky in a side stretch. Look up at your hand and breathe. Square your hips towards the front of the mat, lifting your chest up as you reach both your hands to the sky into Warrior One. Palms together or apart with a slight back bend. Breathe into the stretch and stretch to the side. Continue to inhale and exhale. Palms back on the mat. Step your left foot back to meet the right and get back into downward dog. Breathe. Hop to the front of the mat. Fold forward. Reach to the sky. Bend your knees into chair pose. Lengthen your legs, hinge at the hips, fold forward. Palms to the floor, step both legs to the end of the mat. Inhale, shift your body forward into plank as you exhale and bring your chest, belly, and hips down to the mat. Untuck your toes, place your palms under your shoulders, bend your elbows straight back and hug them into your sides. Inhale, lift your chest off the floor. Roll your shoulders back and keep your low ribs on the floor. Hug your elbows to your sides. Breathe. Exhale, send your hips back into downward dog. Drive your hips forward towards the mat. Extend your arms and lift your chest towards the sky into upward dog. Continue shifting from these two poses at your own pace, sending your hips back into downward dog, sending your hips forward towards the mat, chest lifted towards the sky. We're going to be here for a few breaths. Go at your own pace. As you take your last inhale in upward facing dog, send your hips back and down into child's pose. Arms extended forward, and surrender and breathe. When you're ready, you have the option to lay flat on your back or use the blocks to open up your chest in a supported fish pose. Place one block length or width wise towards the spine based on your comfort level, and the other one on its medium, low, or highest height, depending on the level of support you need. Lay on these blocks. This is supposed to be a comfortable chest opener, so if it's causing you pain, remove the blocks and lay flat on your back. Inhale and exhale as we wrap up our soothing yoga sequence. Stay in this position as long as you like. Thank you so much for joining me today. And most importantly, thank yourself for bringing your whole self to the mat in an effort to love and care for your body with warmth and gratitude.